Good morning, motherfuckers. It is I, your main motherfucker, Mr. Late Night Saturday, Sleep at Church on Sunday, the Sinister Minister Murky motherfucking Monday. I'd like to welcome you back to the shack. This week on the channel, Fisticuffs. But first,
you are watching the Murky Munde channel. Please like, please share, please subscribe, ring the bell for updates.
And now it's time for a walk with the witch doctor.
hey motherfucker, let's go for a walk. Time's a bit crazy right now, huh? Yeah, there's a lot going on, that's for sure. Well, we're gonna try to get this walk in. You might hear a little thunder and rumbling going on out there because the storm is coming in. Believe that. And the times are reflecting that the storm is on its way. You see, motherfuckers tend to think that, just a little bit of crazy shit they can tolerate, And then when they see a little bit of crazy shit, they remark about how crazy shit is, And I'm not going to take anything away from the times, 2020 has seemed to be a bit difficult for all of us on some level or another. But the thing that you have to understand is that times have always been difficult for somebody somewhere. And whether or not you actually were affected by those things is really akin to your relationship to motherfuckers in the fact that everybody is suffering something, someplace. If you are above that fray, well then I would suggest that you go try to find somebody who needs a hand and offer up some help. Most of the time, though, people find themselves angry about shit, And when shit's rough and you become angry, it seems like there's no alternative, What does a righteous motherfucker do, Does a righteous motherfucker just shut up and take it, continue? Does a righteous motherfucker, go up in arms and take their guns to protect shit? Does a righteous motherfucker take up torches and burn down shit? These things have got us all divided. But let me just say, these things are the undercurrent of the nature of our birth. This is where we come from, okay? We have been revolt. We have been revolutionary. We have been resistance since the beginning. The problem I see in today's society is that the lines upon which we were revolting and resisting in those days and in many instances were clearly defined for all of us. Now today's lines are not so easily defined. And so the person that you used to consider easily to be your enemy, well, now you can't necessarily tell. That person looks like that person. That person looks like this person. And in a lot of places, maybe recently the battlefield has been taken to the streets, but for the most part, the battlefield has been here in the internet, in the interwebs. And it's easy to be a keyboard activist or a keyboard warrior, And it seems like a lot of these things are getting multiplied, but the reality of it is that it isn't. It's just you have access to more, I remember there being a time when you got a camera for Christmas. Not everybody carried cameras. You know what I mean? Now everybody carries a camera. Everybody carries movie. I do this whole thing on my phone. I'm not carrying no camera. I'm carrying the phone. I'm hoping my mama don't call me right now while I'm videotaping this. It's my phone. And so now everybody got one. That means everybody has access to their own mini movie studio. That means that at any time something pops off anywhere, you got access. You can film that shit. You can upload it just as easily as I upload this. Some people do it easier. I'm not that technically savvy. It takes me a bit to put all this together. But somebody can have this up right now. Instantaneous. Motherfuckers go live with this shit. You know what I mean? And it seems like it's a lot. But it isn't. It's the same shit that's been going on since it's been going on. It's just now you have more access to it. Now it seems like more. You know, it seems like a lot. You know, back in the day, I remember my dad used to sit there and read the paper. And I used to think to myself, man, how could he read that whole paper? What the hell's going on in that whole little city of Philadelphia that fills up that piece, that whole newspaper? And he'd take time to read the whole thing. Let me tell you that what you get now in the media is the newspapers from every city in the country across the globe. It's too much information. And it seems like a lot. So let me tell you that a righteous motherfucker during times like this knows that times like this will continue. Like I've been trying to tell you, this isn't nothing new. This is normal. Okay? There was riots before. There will be riots again. Unfortunately, that's where we are as humans. It isn't necessarily our society. It's just our human nature. And then the necessary part of that human nature to when you're angry that you go break something. You go tear something up. Every one of you have done this. So don't make this even more so about a race issue, because the media likes to show brown motherfuckers coming out the store looting shit. Everybody, we are all this. And I need you to understand this, is that when you see any of them, when you divide them and say that they are stupid, that they are idiots, that they are tards, or they are this, or they are that, united we stand, divided we gonna fall. Hate to say amen on that, but amen.
And now it's time for Punks Jump Up to get beat down.
Welcome back. This week on the channel, we're going to talk about fisticuffs. Now, let me just say, it seems right now in this day and age that, you know, a lot of people got, you know, their emotions are running high, you know what I mean? Tensions are running high, you know what I mean? I'm a little high, so I'm going to go ahead and tell you motherfuckers about this thing here that I think we really need to discuss. And that's fighting. You know what I mean? I've been looking lately. I'm sure you've seen it. There's a lot of videos out there of motherfuckers out there scrapping in the streets that ain't got no business out there fighting. You know what I mean? Some of these people ain't been in a fight since they were kids, and here they are, men out here, women out here throwing fucking knuckles over whatever stupid shit for whatever reason and getting their asses beat over dumb shit. You know what I mean? I personally think that, you know, we really need to stop fighting. If you can't fight, you should really be out here spreading peace, for real. If you can't knuckle up, then put your hands in your pockets. You know what I mean? Take that. Don't let your pride get you a fucking YouTube sensation situation. You know what I mean? You don't want to go viral that way. You know what I mean? You don't want to go viral anyway, to tell you the honest truth. But I mean, that's one of them ways where, you know, you got to live in the hood and all these little 8-year-olds and 9-year-olds fucking swiping your ass on the iPad looking at you and laughing and shit. No, you spread peace. Let me tell you why. Because I'm going to tell you a story about how I learned that you can't just assume anything when it comes to a fight. Okay? Now, this is a story, it's not even a fight. You know what I mean? I'm going to tell you motherfuckers, you know, I come from the pain. So I grew up in a neighborhood where it was always fights out there. old people, young people, all kinds of shit. I saw boys fight girls, girls fight boys, all kinds of stuff. I've seen men fight men, men fight women, women fight, all that. Everybody's out there fighting. I saw all kinds of shit out there in that place, right? So then I left and then I joined the military, and the military trained me, right? And then when I was in the military, they made me a police officer. So I learned all the tactical stuff that you learn being a police officer. So I know that side of what it is that they're doing on that side, and I understand what it is that the riot people are doing on this side. You know what I mean? Let me tell you something. I know what they bring to the game over here. You know, let me tell you, you seem brave when the rubber bullets hit your ass over here. Let me just tell you that you don't want the real shit. You know what I mean? Y'all aren't ready. Stop with the violence. Okay? Anyway, let me just tell you a story. So I've been training martial arts most of my whole life, pretty much since 6th grade, right? On one level or another, right? And then plus again, all that training, right? And then the fights and stuff of life just in general, you know what I mean? And so here now, I've been training for a little while with this group of ninjas, right? And I've been training with them for a while, and I come to learn some, you know, Vulcan death grip type ninja shit, you know what I mean? And so I felt like, you know, I could, you know, defend myself if something were to pop off. You know, I already felt like that before I trained. You know, I felt like, you know, I could, you know, I had that warrior spirit, you know what I mean? I felt like I could be carried out on my shield, if nothing else, right? You know, I'm gonna go out fighting, right? Anyway, and I'm training with this dude in his garage, right? And he says, hey dude, check it out, man. Why don't you come by next weekend? I got this guy from Brazil, and he's gonna come in, he's gonna demonstrate capoeira. And this is when, you know, before really capoeira, anybody knew what was up with this. And I was like, what's that? And he was like, check it out, dude. You used to break dance, right? Because that's how we got into the conversation of the stuff we did when we was kids. And he was like, yes, man, it's like that, only it's fighting. And it's from Brazil, man. And it's like African. And it's cool, man. This dude I met, and he's coming, he's going to fucking, you know, give us a demonstration, you know, show me what's up with it. And I was like, cool, you know, whatever. I'm going to see what's up, you know. I didn't see how dancing would be used in a fight, whatever. So I didn't pay no mind. I let it go, right? But then, you know, I went and did some research, and I checked out what it was, and I was like, wow, okay, that seems interesting. It is dancing. They have music that goes with it. You know what I mean? So I was like, okay, that looks cool. I don't know if at the age that I am, I'm going to be out there fucking busting out breakdancing moves. You know what I mean? That's not my speed. But, you know, I'll go and check it out. You know what I mean? So all cool. A week goes by, Saturday shows up, I go and I show up, and there I am, all my black gi, got my whole ninja outfit, feeling all good and shit, you know, like I'm gonna learn me some capoeira and shit, but I ain't stressing nothing, you know. And so the guy comes in, and it's just me and the dude it's his house, his name's Brian, and he brings this guy, and this guy shows up, and it's him and this little boy who's, I guess, I don't know, maybe 17, 18 years old, but he's little. Like, he's not very big. Well, he isn't very big. You know what I mean? And then there's a little girl, and you know, she's like 12, 13 years old, right? And they're playing the music, and he's showing us what it is we're doing and stuff like that. He's the man who's teaching us, you know, we're doing it, you know what I mean, getting into it, you know what I mean, and he starts doing stuff, and he's trying to, you know, and after a while, a little hour or so goes by, and it's cool, and it's like, all right, cool, you know, and then he sparks up a fucking doobie, and my friend Brian freaks out, because Brian, you know, I smoked weed at the time, but Brian didn't, and you know, this dude didn't even ask. He just fucking busted open a fucking blunt and just started talking and shit. You know, when he was over, and you know, we're sitting there talking. I didn't want to freak out Brian by taking it and like, you know, making it a whole pothead moment and shit in his house. I didn't. So when he passed it to me, I didn't. You know, besides it felt weird to be in my gi. But anyway. And so we get to talking, you know, we're talking about what it is that he does and what it is that we do. And so he's like, okay, well, let me see what it is that you do. And so in order to divert the whole moment of him, you know, letting him have his moment, we go up and we're doing, you know, the whole ninja stuff. And he's looking, he goes, yeah, you know, I could, this, see how it works, whatever. And we sit there, we start talking, right? And I'm feeling pretty good. And Brian's definitely feeling pretty good. And we're, you know, sitting there talking, and then subject comes up about how, we're like, I don't know that, I would really use capoeira in a fight, just the way it looks, you know what I mean? Just the way it seems, you'd really be sneaky in a way to try to use that. And then what do you do? And he was like, oh, well, I also teach Brazilian jiu-jitsu. I also do that. And we're like, oh, wow, I heard of that stuff. And then I'm feeling like, oh yeah, I'm not really feeling it, okay, that's cool, whatever. And so we're chit-chatting back and forth, and it's kind of like getting something between him and me where, it's like, well, I don't believe that the whole Brazilian jiu-jitsu thing is anything. You know what I mean? I feel that what we're doing in the whole ninja thing is just as good. It's like the father of that stuff in a way. So it's like, whatever. And he's like trying to explain to me, nah, man, this stuff is the real deal. And he's like, all right, well, how about we have a little sparring session real quick and we'll see what's up. And I'm like, all right. And I'm looking at this dude and I'm like, he's a little dude. You know what I mean? And so I'm like, I'm the size I am, and I feel like I ain't gonna even trip on this dude. I'm gonna take it fucking half speed on this motherfucker because he's little, and I don't want to, break his ass, And he's like, all right, cool. Go ahead, and then he calls the little girl over, and he says, starts talking to her, and then she gets up on the mat, and he says, all right, go ahead and. This is my daughter. I want you to go ahead and, and I'm sitting there like, wait, what? I'm feeling all weird. I'm like, wait a minute, man. I thought we were going to, he's like, nah, I teach her, and I'm like, nah, man, I do stuff that hurts people. I mean, I can go out here and mess with this little girl. That don't even make no sense. And he's like, nah, don't even worry about it. She'll take it easy on you. And I'm like, just take it easy on me. I look at Brian. Brian's starting to fucking laugh. He's starting to feel like there's some shit going on here in this little moment. And I'm like, oh, all right, okay. Now, Brian outranked me by a couple of belts. You know what I mean? So I'm sitting here proud of my little green belt thinking that I mean something. You know what I mean? And, he's like, nah, she'll take it easy. And I'm like, nah, man, I'm not going to do this. He was like, trust me, go ahead and go out there. And I'm like, I'm not going to go out here and do martial arts with your daughter. And he was like, I'll bet you $100 that she'll beat you. And I'm like, okay, now this dude's throwing money in my face with this challenge. And I'm like, you know what? I'll tell you what, just keep your money. And I'll go out here and I'll, I have a niece at this time, same age. And so I've been kind of showing her stuff. So I figure, all right, cool. I'll go out here and I'll kind of do that with her. That way I'm not going to throw her. I'm not going to fucking bend her arms. You know what I mean? I'm not going to fucking slam her, none of that stuff. I'm just going to kind of show her easy. You know what I mean? And, take it easy and so I get out there, I bow, and he says something in Spanish to her, and, I'm like, cool, whatever. And this time my Spanish wasn't, this ain't even really Spanish. I think it's like Portuguese, so it was off on me. And so, I'm in my stance, I'm ready to go, and all of a sudden, he says, well, the $100 is still on the table. And I'm like, wait a minute, man. And then Brian says, come on, you got it. You can, and I knew. So I was like, all right, cool. If she wins, I give her $100. Next thing I know, boom, she kicks me in the stomach so hard that all my air went out. And then wham, wham, I feel 2 punches in my face. And next thing I know, I feel myself on my knees. And then the next thing I know, I just feel this whack, 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 whack on my face. And then that's it. I just hear beep. And then after a minute, I feel, bah, 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 and I'm waking up. And I'm like, what the fucking, this little girl choked me out with her legs. When I hit the ground, Brian tells me that when I hit the ground, she punched me, jumped up around my back, and fell backwards with her leg around my neck. and was fucking punching me in the side of my face. My shit, I was swelling all. This little girl beat the shit out of me. Let me get you to understand this. If you ain't ready, anybody can get your ass. You motherfuckers be careful out there with that violence. Let me tell you. Spread peace. Like I say, it is better to be a warrior in the garden than it is to be a gardener in the war. And now it's time for your horoscope. This is the fight edition. Aries. Look, let me tell you motherfuckers, when it comes to getting into a fight with the Aries, you don't want to do that. You in for a long fight, you gonna fight an Aries. Let me tell you that shit right now. They do not fucking quit. They gonna keep going. And I'm telling you right now, you are wasting your time punching them in the head. They're hard-headed. You can't hit no Aries in the head. Come on, man. Sweep the leg. Taurus. Look, we just gonna say right here and now that one of the worst type motherfuckers to fight is a Taurus. They are built for the fight. You understand? They have week long endurance. Like you are not gonna take down no Taurus. And then you got them, they are kill crazy. They will try to end your ass. Them fucking horns. Gemini. Let me just say, getting in a fight with a Gemini is like getting jumped. That's all there is to it. It's like, you know, you scrapping with this one and then somebody hits you from behind. Cancer. You know, you don't sleep on those Cancers. You know what I mean? They got a lot going on inside of them. And, you know, sometimes, you know, they can pinch you and sometimes they can pinch your head off. Leo. Let me just say, when it comes to fighting a Leo, there's three different things that you have to understand about fighting a Leo. First, fighting a Leo is like play to them. They don't understand you when you are fighting a Leo. They're just starting to get playful right now. You know what I mean? And it's gonna be claws and teeth. Now you make the motherfucker mad. Virgo. If you're gonna fight anybody of all the zodiac signs, the ones that you want to fight are Virgo, because they don't want to touch you. They don't want to be touched. It's going to be an argument, and it's going to be all day long, an argument. As soon as you touch them, somebody's calling cops. Or that's it. They're going to call the cops, or they're just going to shoot you, because they are not going to, they're not, no. Libra. You know, let me tell you about getting in a fight with a Libra. Here's what it is. They are going to go punch for punch with your ass. They are going to go kick for kick with your ass. You give them 1-2, they're going to give you 1-2. The thing about it is that it's about whether or not they feel they are right or they are wrong. If they are wrong, then they're going to give you 1-2, but it's not going to be as hard as your 1-2. If they are right, it's going to be 1-2 and then lights out. Scorpio. Let me tell you, to be honest, you know what I mean? The funny thing about Scorpio is that this is seriously not someone that you want to get into a fight with. Scorpios are not afraid to die. Death is our signature, right? So first of all, we're not afraid to die. The thing about fighting a Scorpio is this. We tend to not want to fight because we don't give a shit and we'll go all the way to the end with your ass. We don't care. Sagittarius. Let me tell you what, Sagittarius, you are always going to get into a fight with a Sagittarius. Always. You're always going to get into a fight with a Sagittarius. It's about how the motherfucker starts and how the motherfucker ends. It's either going to start off with some fun shit and end in a fight, or it's going to start off in a fight and end in some fun shit. Capricorn. Caps. Let me just say, there ain't no real fighting with Caps. Caps just gonna stab you and that's it. They gonna slash the fuck out your ass and that's it. They gonna cut and that's it. They ain't throwing no punches. Fuck that shit. Pisces. Let me just say, when it comes to fighting a Pisces, you gotta be careful because they don't know whether or not they're going to throw a punch or a kick or grab you. They don't know. And since they have no idea, they're not telegraphing anything. And so you're going to catch a fucking foot to the fucking face looking for the right hand. You know what I mean? You're going to catch the fucking left fucking hook looking at the fucking feet where, you know what I mean? It's going to come from, you know what I mean? But let me tell you, here's the fucking thing. Once you get that motherfucker in a situation where they are not comfortable, them motherfuckers, they go down. But they like sharks and shit, you know, their weakness, but you got to be careful. You got all fish eat other all fish are murderers. Just throwing that out there. Aquarius. The weird thing about getting a fight with an Aquarius is that these motherfuckers love. They love people, you know. If you get into a fight with Aquarius, man, it's going to be ugly. They're going to talk shit to you while they're fighting because it's emotional. They're not just going to get in a fight with strangers and shit. It's going to be love people that they know, people, loved ones and shit. And they're going to tell you shit. It's going to be ugly, hurtful, and emotional. And then there's going to be punches and kicks and shit. You know, things are going to get broken around the house. It's going to be fucked up. But, you know, at the end, you know, they'll make you some tea and some cupcakes. And now it's time for joke of the motherfucking week. Okay, motherfuckers. I can't really think of anything funny to talk about when it comes to no damn fighting. So I'm just going to go ahead and share with you a clip from back in the day when I used to do the play-by-play for my fucking pay-per-view channel. This is me doing the play-by-play for a championship fight of the Sweet Science. Pugilism. Enjoy. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Murky Munde channel broadcast of the 19 way back when championship fight between Hank the Tank Man Oh Man versus challenger Charlie the Cannonball Chaplin. There's the bell for round one. The referee is Tank Two-Step Thompson, and we can see why. The men are dancing in the ring, and then the Cannonball unleashes a vicious right. They're dancing in the ring again, going, and a vicious right again by Cannonball, and there's a clutch. Tank looking a bit confused, trying to get his way. Finally, Tank makes a complaint, but then a vicious right by Cannonball again. Gotta protect yourself at all times. Tank unleashes, but then a rear naked choke by Cannonball. Hey, there's some funny business back there. Unleashes another vicious right. They're dancing in the ring pretty good now. Another vicious right. That one hurt. That one smart. Another vicious riding tank looks a little weary. Another vicious riding tank goes down. Almost. Kinda. Another one. He's not going down. That tank's a tough one. What is Cannonball gonna do? Oh no! Well, whatever you're gonna do to take a tank down, it's a cannonball, right? Another one! Wow! Tex Thompson's like, no, you can't do this. No, but then he takes one now. Wow. Back to the heavy action tank. Tex goes left and misses. He's not going down. Not going down. Another left. Another right. A left. And now left scores. And Cannonball's dazed. He's dazed. He's looking for his way. And there's a clinch. Boy, this fight's got a lot of action. There's the Cannonball. Mr. Ghetto, he's in a clutch with the corner belt now. Another sliding back here. This is the bell for round one is over. There's his cornerman taking him into the ring now. His trainer, Sweet Butter Ball Breaker, and his cutman, Manny Magic Hands McGillicuddy. What's he fighting for? The lovely Kathy McFluffin Boone, of course. But alas, we're fighting. Get your ass in there and win. There's the bell for round two. And we're back and dancing in the middle of the ring. This is some serious action. Wait a minute. Who are you? Behind you. Wow, there's an unleashed vicious punch. Oh no, Tank. Oh, there's some serious. Did Tex just take a swing? Get him, he says. What kind of action is this? Things have lost all kinds of control. There's the bell for round two. Wait, no. We're still fighting. Is this round two? Round three? They're dancing in the ring. Come on, Tank. Behind you. There's a hurricane punch. And Cannonball's rocked. Another hurricane punch. And Cannonball's rocked some more. And then what? He's out of it. Left, right, left. Sweep right, left. Oh, look at this, the battle's going on, and then they're both on. I haven't seen action like this since Rocky. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Wait, Cannonball's down. 1, 2. Right, Tank is down. Cannonball's up. 1, 2, 3. Tank is down. What is what? 1, 2, 3. Tank is up. Cannonball's up. What a swing and then a clinch. The men are nearly falling out the ropes. Wait a minute. Oh, wait. Is that a ripcord around the Cannonball? There's problems there. What's going on? He takes a vicious right or left. And they're down to the end of the round. Wait, round 3, 4. What? Oh, vicious left. Round 5. He's down. What? We're at round 6. Wait, come on. All right, Tank gets in there. Tex gets that thing off his neck, and there's a vicious left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get up, Cannonball. 6, 7, 8. The campaign's up. 10. Cannonball. Fuck. Well, it's about that time for you to get the hell up on out of here. But I'm going to send you off with a blessing. Let me go ahead on and get some fire on this sage here. Yeah, get that fire on there real good. Smudge you motherfuckers. Ooh. May your body always have the muscle memory to bob and weave, and may your mind forever be sharp enough to stick and move, and may your spirit forever float like a butterfly and sting like a motherfucking bee. In the name of the Almighty Creator. And he said, behold, I send you out as sheep amongst the wolves. Now go forth and be righteous, motherfuckers. And protect yourself at all times. Like, thank you, my thank you for watching Murky Munde channel. Tune in next week. Another Murky Munde.
Thank you for watching the Murky Munde channel, motherfucker. Now come on back next week, baby.